This is a response to Gary DoNotGod video called, hold on a sec, Bullshit Balloons and Looney Tunes Volume 1, conference report. This is a response to the first part of a 3-part bloody video. I'll try and watch the two. I don't know, maybe I just didn't explain myself properly, or maybe, Gary, you just press the go button and start talking without listening to what people are saying to you. I don't fucking know. Everything you said is almost exactly the opposite of what I intended, but never mind, maybe I'm just hopeless at expressing what I wanted to get across. Let me just quote some bits here. Religion has enabled us to get somewhere. That's what you said I've said. Yes, I did. What I did not say, in fact what I said the opposite of, is that it was a good place. No, I don't think religion opened a gateway into this fucking sunny upland where everything is fantastic. No, I think it opened a place into a really stupid land that we've been living in for thousands of years, pissing our fucking inheritance up the walls when we could have been doing something far more interesting instead. So I didn't say religion was a good place, but I did say that yeah, it's a gateway concept to take us there. You talk about unthinkable thoughts. Yes, I do think religion allows you to think unthinkable thoughts. I think I really do. It allows you to think of things like original sin. It allows you to think of things like an afterlife, where it allows you to think of hell. It allows you to think of heaven. It allows you to think all kinds of crap which is wrong. And again, I didn't at any point say that religion allows you to think good thoughts. I didn't say that, and I don't think it does. I think there are, well, I'll come on to that later. So no, yes, the unthinkable. I'm not supporting religious practice. I'm not supporting monotheism, at least any traditional understandings of those terms, and certainly not the understanding that you're bringing to it. So yeah, so unthinkable thoughts aren't necessarily good thoughts. And yeah, you're kind of hitching it, you're kind of making an assumption of what I think a religious thought is, and you're including things like thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill is not a religious thought. Religion borrowed that to sell it as to give itself some kind of kudos, I think. Of course not. People didn't start, you know, people haven't, oh, I don't know, you know what I'm getting at with that. It's nothing to do with that. Those kind of moral injunctions come from being a human being, come from having some common decency. You know, you don't need religion for any of that stuff. And yeah, and the fact that whilst you're in this weird fairyland that monotheism takes you into, whilst you're in there, people are saying things like, oh, don't kill anybody. It's not because that's the only place you find that stuff. It's because they borrow it and steal it from somewhere else and try and drag it kicking and screaming into this magical land of religion. So no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying they're a land, the gateway that leads into this fairyland where religion rules is a good thing, and I'm not saying that land is worth living in, and I'm not saying it contains, that it's the only place where those valuable moral and ethical things can take place. A bit later on, Gary, and this is where I think, I don't know what I'm there, but anyway, yeah, you said atheism is the absence of a bad gate. It's not the opening up into a good gate. It's not a gate at all. It's the absence of a bad gate. That's almost exactly what I was saying. Almost, I didn't use those words, but I came very close to saying those exact words. Yes, I'm saying that religion opens this world, or at least some versions of religion, open this terrain of ideas where it becomes possible to think all kinds of really weird stuff which has held people back for a long time. And atheism has a vital function to serve, you know, which is about, as you say, making sure the bad gate is not there anymore, closing the gate, the absence of a bad gate. Because, as you say later on, it opens up an area of discussion about things that don't exist. That's exactly the point. Yes, I think it opens up areas of discussion about things that don't exist, and ways of talking which is circular. It's like that, oh God, I can't remember his name now. This philosopher said that, you know, philosophy is about a blind man in a dark room searching for a black cat that doesn't exist. That's what he says, which is kind of interesting. But then he follows that up by saying that theology, religious theology, the land that lies behind the religious gate, is a land in which blind men look for black cats in dark rooms that don't exist, and they find them. They find the invisible black cat. That's what's weird about that land. So yes, it's an area of discussion about ideas that don't exist, and that's exactly the point I'm making. Okay, strategies. I've just written the word strategies down here. I think you're misunderstanding what I mean by strategies, and perhaps I wasn't clear. Of course, I'm not arguing for strategies of what constitutes truth, a round earth as opposed to a flat earth. No, I'm talking about the political project of banishing formal religion from the planet. You know what I mean? And it's like the atheist call to arms. That's the project. That's the strategy. And within that battle, within that discussion, within that set of debates, atheists have to be smart. I mean, that's kind of a requirement, really. You know what I mean? We can't be stupid about it, and we have to realise that I think that religion has opened up this terrain, and there are fucking millions of people, 2/3 of the population of the planet or more, are wandering around in the dark looking for black cats that don't exist, and apparently finding them. And if we're going to be provide an alternative, you know, if we're going to convince them that it's shit, or tell our kids not to go near that fucking gate because it's crap beyond the gate, then we have to be smart about it, and we have to offer them alternative gates, or we have to lead people out of that land where they, for some reason, they think morals are stuck in this land next to Santa Claus and the dead zombie. You know, I mean, they think that those religious people firmly believe, many of them at least, that if you slam the door on that land, you're slamming the door on morals, and you're slamming the door on ethics, and you're slamming the door on history. That's what these people believe. So all I'm saying is that in terms of strategy, it's a political strategy, it's a sociological strategy, which is about find somewhere else for these people to go and find out other things to say to our kids to keep them out of that crap. What else? I've got something. Shouldn't it disappear? Shouldn't it just disappear? Yeah. Yes, of course, religion should disappear. Yes, it should disappear. I think you should look at the bloody videos, Gary. You said something really nice about me in the previous video. I don't know, you oscillate. It's weird, you kind of oscillate. It's almost as if you don't want to be too friendly, in case people get the wrong idea about you. I don't know. Maybe you're a closet queer. I don't know. Who knows? But, yeah, it's, yeah. Just take it easy. Yeah, just try to relax a bit. Alright? Look at the video properly, or ask me and I'll tell you what I think. A lot of things I think about, I'm not sure about. You know, I'm quite happy to tell you I'm not sure. I might be completely fucking wrong. And I'll tell you one thing I am wrong about, or not completely wrong about, but one thing that's this gateway concept, it's a really limited concept. You know, it's just a thought, it's just a way of thinking. You can't take it too seriously, you know what I mean? This gateway concept idea, it's only useful to the extent that it's useful. You know, you can't build a whole bloody philosophy out of one idea, gateway concepts, you really can't. So, you know, just chill. If it doesn't work, do something else. Anyway, I'll watch parts 2 and 3 and see if you've calmed down by the end of it. Thanks very much.